it's Harriet from Portastic, and today I'm going to interview the amazing Rachel Bean. So I'm just waiting for her just to come on. So she has got 20 years of veterinary nurse experience, so really excited for her to be here, and she's come on now, so I'm just going to quickly add her. Just waiting. Thinking.
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
I'm good, thank you. Very good, yeah. How are you?
Good. I'm okay. Thank you for agreeing to talk to me. So we've got the so you're coming down to West Wickham on Saturday to do your first aid course. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. We've got a lovely bunch of people that are really excited. So introduce yourself. Tell everyone. I know what you do, but introduce yourself and say, because you've got like a massive CV as well, haven't you? There's loads of things that you do in this country and abroad.
But well, basically, I started off working for the Dogs Trust. I was assistant kennel manager for the Dogs Trust up in the northeast, Darlington, which is kind of where I'm from originally, the northeast. So I left there. I worked there for 2 years. Then I left to qualify as a veterinary nurse. The degree veterinary nurse. So I qualified in 2002, and I've been in veterinary practice ever since. So it's just the last 8 years I've been full-time self-employed, and I've just used the vet nurse degree as a platform to doing other things. So I went into behaviour, because obviously working at the Dogs Trust, a lot of the dogs that are in there because of behaviour issues, so kind of find my interest in that really. So I've always been interested in behaviour, and it's very difficult at this stage, isn't it? At this stage with the dog professionals to say you're a behaviourist, because as soon as you say it, everybody comes down on the bricks. So I try not to use that word. I've just got a nice circle of vets that refer to me, and I keep it that way. But I do lots of it, as you say,
I think you work for, is it
Street Paws is another biggie. It's been going for about 3 years. It was founded by Michelle Southern, who's a friend of mine in Newcastle. And basically we're vets and vet nurse teams that go out into the city centres and treat the homeless dogs. So it's dogs and pets belonging to the homeless people. So I'm a trustee now, and I have been for a year, and I'm also a Manchester coordinator. So we go out once a month in Manchester City Centre, Piccadilly Gardens, which we've just increased now actually. So we've got kind of 3 outreaches in Manchester now. And we've just got a core number of dogs that come and see us every month, and we check the microchip, we check that they're well, make sure the vaccines are up to date, flea and worm treatment. But to be honest, these dogs are just looked after so well, and we're trying to change the people's thoughts of the homeless having dogs. I mean, there's always going to be ones that are irresponsible, but that could happen, it's across the world, isn't it? So we're trying to help and support these people, because the hostels in the winter, they won't take the dogs and that kind of thing. So I'm just trying to raise awareness really, and just show how really important it is, for these people to keep these dogs. And a lot of these had these dogs before they were made homeless, and some of them, it's part of the reason why they're homeless, because the hostels won't take the dogs. So I'm just trying to change that misconception really. And actually we actually had the This Morning TV crew out with us last week, with Scott Miller, the TV vet from This Morning, Vet on the Hill. He's one of our patrons, so he came out and did some filming with us. So I think it's on the 4th of March, I think, in the morning, on This Morning. So you'll see us there.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, because I do know you've got because obviously I'm friends with you on Facebook, and you've got kind of a celebrity following. You've got like Jodie Marsh as well, which is really cool. And
but that just came about at Crufts actually. We met at Crufts, so yeah.
Oh god, she loves her dogs.
Passionate,
really which obviously, because I'm passionate about dogs and someone else is, it kind of makes warms to them.
Sure. So we've got a few friends like that follow me, and friends. Good.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's just weird because you think of, I suppose, because of what Jodie Marsh has kind of done, the celeb, and see what you do. You know, it's kind of like, oh, that's really interesting how you get on. I've seen the pictures. I just think that's fab. I really love that. No, I do. So if you could let us know what you'll be covering at the Canine.
Yeah, sure. I do my courses slightly different. It's smaller groups, and I don't do death by PowerPoint because the subject anyway. I mean, I've been to many PowerPoints, and veterinary ones, nurses ones.
So
and,
have I.
You miss a few slides, and then you're annoyed with yourself because you drifted off and you weren't listening, and then so my course is designed to keep everybody engaged really. So there is a workbook, but again, it's just not a workbook to read cover to cover. There's lots of missing words, missing phrases, so it keeps people engaged really.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted you specifically, because obviously I had loads of recommendations, and I did, when I first started 4 years ago, my first year I did a canine first aid course, and it was all PowerPoint, and I found it really quite boring. Like, it's very practical. I wanted someone to show me how to do things instead of, I mean, there was a bit of that going on, but it was more PowerPoint, and which is one of the reasons why I thought
what I want to do is just bring a little bit more to the course as well. Share some stories and just kind of side subjects to first aid that people might find relevant, interesting, etc., etc. So it's just a little, it's more than just first aid, but we cover all the basics, so everything from hemorrhage, different types of wounds, right through to poisoning, choking, and then we do the CPR obviously on the dummy dog. But I also do your bandaging, show you emergency foot bandage. It's the most commonest thing you're going to come across really, on the real dogs as well. So so I'll be bringing my new puppy. So
I was going to say,
so Wisp's having a weekend off this weekend because I've got a full 4 days. So she's staying home having a break, but I'll be bringing Chili. So hopefully, you've got some guests. Have you got some guest dogs coming along that we can?
I'm hoping so. A few people have asked and said that is it okay? I said it's fine. And the venue's fine with that because they have German
we only need like one dog per 3 or 4 people. Otherwise, it's just a bedlam. And everybody's like,
chaos. But I'm really glad you're bringing Chili. I mean, seeing the pictures, and I love Labradors. So when you said he was coming, I was like, yay! I've just taken on 2 Labradors, and I've just fallen in love with them. So I'm really glad. That was one of I had a section of questions, and that was my third or fourth.
Because on Friday night before I see you, we've got a fundraiser at Ministry of Sound in London. The venue, not the nightclub, obviously it's just the same owner as the nightclub. The Wild at Heart Foundation, they support dog rescue that I help in Thailand, and we're doing a fundraiser on the Friday night at the Ministry of Sound. So it's like a charity art auction. So it's, I think it's 6:30 till 11. So it's only £5 to get in, but you can pay £5 and not go. It's a charity fundraiser really. So Chili's going to be there. So it's a little mascot for Bonjardin. So that's just a little charity that I help. A Thai street dog charity that I help. When I go over to Thailand, I spend a few days with them on the neutering clinics and what have you. So so the manager actually is coming over. He's here now. Actually, he's coming to London to attend as well. So so that should be good.
That's good. Yeah, God, you're so busy.
I know.
We've got all these things going on. That's brilliant. So, what makes, I know you're talking about how your course is well practical, but what else do you think kind of makes a very good course than all the others? Because
there is. I think the last 2 or 3 years it's really flourished, which is good. I'm not against it. It's brilliant. But I am terribly passionate about the veterinary nurse and the veterinary nurse role, and how much experience we have and training that we have, that we can deliver these courses. I don't want to say the word better because people get offended, you know, but if people want, you know, if people want the best, then why not be taught by somebody that actually lives it, you know. I'm not saying every veterinary nurse is a good teacher, you know. It's all about having the combination of the experience, varied experience, not you know, not just in one clinic, you know, is across the country, across the world, to bring that knowledge and that experience and that confidence to the course, and support the veterinary nurse role, you know. Every time somebody wants to go takes their animal to the vet, they want an experienced person to treat their animal, and they want a qualified person, but it doesn't seem to be transferring into being taught first aid. People are going to tutor courses, where I think the experience is, I mean, in any subject, it doesn't have to be canine first aid, it's diluted. And then when you get asked difficult questions, can these tutors answer those difficult questions? You know, it's up to the attendee, isn't it? How much knowledge they want and how much they're willing to pay for it. And I'm competitive price. You know, I've seen courses run by non-veterinary tutors that are double the price. So it's entirely up to the attendee what they want. You know, so you know, I'm not going down the route of being unprofessional about it, but it's just trying to guide people on the internet. You know, if on social media, if you want a fun, entertaining course, then you know, come to mine, basically. And I've even been offering like free places for people to come and test me, you know.
It's just that I've been like messaging a few sort of pet professionals, like dog walkers, over sort of the last few months, and I've been, you know, saying, oh yeah, come, and they're really interested, but they just won't spend the money. Now, if you want a good business, it's kind of like a good thing. If you're a good dog walker, you want this course, you know. And so I was getting a bit annoyed with people, because I'm thinking that's the first thing I did when I launched my business, is go and get the canine first aid course, and then obviously it runs out in 3 years.
And again, there's no regulations, is there? So actually, people don't have to go to one, which is even more frightening.
So I'm thinking, and I've had to use it a couple of times. I've seen that sort of one of my dogs I was walking had a go at one other dog, and its ear was bleeding, so I had a first aid kit on me, and I was able to deal with it. But if it wasn't for the course, I wouldn't have known how to do that. And
that's why I kind of help in shelters abroad as well, so especially Asia, because there's a massive problem with welfare over there. So you actually do see and deal with the worst of the worst, and I don't have to go into any details. It's grim, you know. You see horrific situations, and it just fires you up emotionally to bring that experience back to the UK and teach at a deeper level. It's not just about knowledge, it's about the emotional level of teaching and how important it is. And I'm just, you know, I don't just deal with cut feet, you know. I've got the experience with some horrific things, that's what I want to do when I go abroad as well, is actually, you know, the inward at the moment is pay it forward, isn't it? Is, you know, is I can teach them a lot of things as well as me learning off them as well. So it's give and take. So I'm back in India in June for a couple of weeks. So
no, that's amazing. No, you do so much. I'm just like, oh my god. I mean, I've obviously, because you've given me some testimonials, and just what they were saying about you know, your passion and everything. It just, and then as I'm talking to you, it just comes through. So it's really good.
So what time are we starting on Saturday?
So
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Right.
So I'll obviously be a bit early setting things up, and I've got like a welcome pack to give everyone.
I've got some. I'll bring some because my course is now sponsored by Lucillin as well. So I'll bring some free to give out.
I saw that.
I
My mum uses that, and she kept saying to me, "Is it any good? Is it any good?" And I said, "Oh, Rachel Bean says it's good, so it's good."
George, you know, sort of head of sales, he gave me a load to take over to India, so they were like, yeah, it's fabulous stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, you can use it now. Would you say that was definitely better than using just the normal salt?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't got anything like that, just use plain water. It's fine. I think what we just need to steer people away from is using kind of human preparations such as Savlon, Dettol, Germaline.
Sudocreme. I have known people put Sudocreme on their dogs.
I mean, even in human medicine, they don't tend to use ointments and things like that now because it encourages bacteria or traps bacteria. But yeah, all lucillin does, it just creates an environment where bacteria can't grow. So there's a lot more biology than that. But that's basically it. Yeah, but it's just really, really good. Yeah. So yeah, you could spray a bit of that on. Yeah.
That's good. And yeah, and what you posted earlier about that video about the behaviour, and you sort of mentioned daycare. I thought it was really good.
I mean, I'm in daycares a lot, you know, and especially sort of in areas like Manchester, you know, there's a lot, you know, and there's good and bad. But I think it's not just daycare, is it? It's like big groups of dogs playing and what have you. Yeah. Just learning, you know, what's acceptable, what isn't, what dogs are being allowed to encourage, you know, bullying, phasing, you know, breed types shouldn't be together, you know, mismatches, all that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm pretty passionate about it as well, is keeping the dogs.
No, I can. I'm kind of the same, because obviously I do mainly solo walks, and when you've got the group walks going on, you see a lot of stuff going on. You're like, oh, I'm not sure if that's play. I'm not too sure if that's
it's just education, isn't it? It's just getting it out there and getting people just to think about it a little bit and think, maybe it isn't, you know, that isn't play, or give my dog a time out, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And just going back what you said earlier about, like, obviously because you know about behaviour, if you know, like anyone can, like a dog walker can start a business, and if you don't know that behaviour and you've got a group of like 6 dogs, that can be quite that worries me. I just think, because if you're not aware of the signs, then things are going to escalate, and then you are going to need to use first aid, your knowledge on that, you know. It does worry me, so I'm good that you brought that up.
Super. So I mean, I like going around daycares. I like educating the staff, you know. It's not anti daycare. It's just we can share so much knowledge, and hopefully they'll listen, really.
You can only put the knowledge out there. It's up to people where they take it. But I think a lot of pet professionals, they need to do that, don't they? They need to. It's kind of your duty to kind of put awareness out there.
Definitely. You know, but we've got a handful of really good you know, daycares and dog walkers and things in the area. So yeah.
That's brilliant. Right, unless anyone's got any questions, if anyone has got any questions, obviously, if they watch it later or anything, would you be all right to answer them?
I can see a few people that I know that are watching, so hello.
Brilliant. Okay, so thank you so much for, you're so busy and like saying all the stuff that you've been doing and everything. Thank you so much for talking to Little Wolfie.
Saturday. Yes.
I get to meet Chili.
Cool. If she's not hungover from Ministry of Sound the night before drinking cocktails.
She might not want to do nothing. That's fine. I just want a little cuddle.
All right.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for.
All right. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you Saturday. Bye.